What is up, Team Starlight? Welcome back to another episode of Return of the Different Deck. Today, we have possibly our spiciest one in a while, Coffin KFC. So the story with this deck is, it is kind of like a game of telephone. Eric Choi told friend of the channel, Harrison, about this card called Dark Coffin, which is when this card is face down and destroyed and sent to the graveyard, your opponent selects one of the following effects. They discard a random card, or they select one monster on the side of the field and they destroy it. And it's important that they actually have to be able to resolve one of these effects. So they can't choose like destroy a monster if they don't have a monster. Harrison told us about this Magical Hats X Dark Coffin combo. So I was trying to think of ways to make it viable. And we already know about Magical Hats X Gear Town as like a funny concept that people do, but no one has actually made work in any capacity. So then I had the idea, let's do KFC Dark Coffin Gear Town deck. And I asked Marcos, the Team Starlight Jank enthusiast, to build a better deck than I could with KFC and those kind of themes. And this is what you came up with, Marcos. And it's honestly amazing.
I was given an interesting task because I was like immediately like you sent me like the goal was to keep the malevolent catastrophes in, the magical hats in, and the dark coffin. And I immediately just the funniest thing that you sent me was when I sent you this list, like a version of this list. I showed you like the triple breaker, and you're like, "Oh, duh, breaker," because like breaker is already really good. Like I'm essentially like invoking Pana here. This is very similar to Pana's Machina Gear Town deck because he's usually on triple breaker, but instead of being on like triple dog, we are now on two main deck KURAZ with the mausoleum. And man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like after playing this deck enough, I would tweak it a little bit, and I'll show you what we'll tweak later, but like I really like KURAZ. I'm surprised people aren't running at least one KURAZ. It felt really awesome like, almost every time I saw it. It obviously feels insane in this deck because you can get Gear Town's effect, you can get Dark Coffin's effect, you can chain it to Legacy, you can chain it to like so many different cards, and at worst you're like popping your opponent's stuff to just win. And I feel like that was what felt really like crazy about the deck. But yeah, Dark Coffin is insane. This card is like, I'm not even joking when I say like I probably wouldn't even cut it. Like I probably wouldn't
It's
cut it from the
actually
deck.
just really freaking good, dude. The way it can insulate your back row, like Legacy does, in a way that punishes your opponent, like directly, is so insane.
Like I would consider a version of this deck where like we side into Malevolent Catastrophe, and when we side into Malevolent Catastrophe, we side into Dark Coffins. Like that would be like the thought process. It's just so obviously because I think the biggest downside with this deck is the moment your opponent sees Magical Hats, or the moment your opponent sees Malevolent Catastrophe, they're going to be playing around it. But the funny part is the moment they see Dark Coffin, they don't got a choice, man, because we got real back row, like not really real back row, but like we got Mere Force and Torrential, so they have to still fear the back row somewhat. And if they just blindly like hit a dark coffin, it's just so bad. Yeah, man, dark coffin's just really funny. I think dark coffin will be better in a build that runs a little bit more traps that are real, because you still want your opponent to like play into it, if that makes sense. But otherwise, like, yeah, your KURAZ just plays into it yourself, or the Malevolent Catastrophe, which is honestly also another card that feels super slept on and underrated in Gear Town decks, because like this is just a powerhouse in itself. But Magical Hats, just a straight +2. And I thought it was worse than it actually was, but I actually think this card is crazy good because you can just use it during your opponent's battle phase. They don't even have to declare attack, Declan. That's what like blew my freaking mind. Was that like
Yeah, you said like once they see it, they can play around it, but it's kind of like Malevolent Catastrophe. Definitely, once they see that, you can absolutely play around that. But Magical Hats, it's like they're gonna have to attack you, and they're gonna go to battle phase, and you're gonna be able to get 2 Gear Towns from your deck or 2 Dark Coffins from your deck. They can't really play around it in a way that's like effective unless they just wait to attack you.
Yeah, and very importantly, we didn't find this out till later, but we'll point out during the duel. But like Dark Coffin requires itself to be face down when it's destroyed. This will come up for Magical Hats because if they attack it with like if you target Dark Coffin as one of your Magical Hats targets, and they attack the Dark Coffin, then it technically gets flip face up and it won't get its effect. And you'll see like that come into play. But otherwise, everything else is like really standard and really fun. The side deck is pretty straightforward. Venom Swamp to deal with dupe block, Possessed Dark Soul to deal with dupe block, Zombie World to deal with tributing and Sidras, 2 Ancient Gear Bees, 2 Dynas, a Grand Mole because Grand Mole's awesome. Just other generically good cards like triple Compulse for when they see any of our shenanigans and we want to side out of it. Trap's done pretty straightforward.
Oh wait, last thing, I think Machina Peacekeeper is amazing because it does miss timing, But KURAZ, of course, can pop it, and then it won't miss timing, so you'll get a draw and search Machina Gear Frame, and it's just another good starter.
Yeah,
So
we,
it
we
just
were
combos
down
with the
bad on
deck even
starters.
more.
Yeah, we were down on starters once we cut the ancient gear beasts. So like I do think the one peacekeeper, it was very helpful. I think every time I saw it, it felt good. Yeah, you ready to see this deck in action? Me and Declan both have replays together because we were really excited about playing this deck. So we both played this deck like separately. So like we
It's
got
so
different types
fun.
of replays.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
excited to show it.
okay, here we go. Our first duel. I think this is against Hero Beat. So they get the they get the Stratos. And we have the combination of like Legacy Yatagarasu plus Gores. So that's pretty nasty. And we also have the ability to make them like set a bunch of cards if we really wanted to. But yeah, so they attack with the Element to your Stratos and the Alias. On the Alias, I do Legacy. They have Traps on, so they get to negate one of my Legacies. And I drop the Gores. And I'm like, dude, I have Heavy Storm here. I can probably go for game right on the spot. And I can because I have brain control. So if I just brain control this Alias and summon the Breaker, this is just game on board as long as he doesn't have his own Gores. And I have.
Oh my god!
I was like,
how does he always have it?
They always have the Gores, and now I'm just like, this just feels so terrible. They got the Deep Sea Diva. I'm like, oh no, this is falling apart so fast.
Damn. It's honestly curtains, bro.
Oh my god, he's 3,000 attack exactly. And I'm just taking all this damage. 11, 19. No top decks for me.
Top deck coffin.
Just screamed in my face. But they didn't. The cool part is we lost in a way where they think we're just on standard Machina Gear Town. So this Dark Coffin, I'm telling you, man, they don't know. They don't know. We got the Peacekeeper. We got the Magical Hats. I set the Dark Coffin in case they Heavy Storm me. I know we have Gores in hand, but I'm not worried too much about it. Here they attack with the Gilman. I go for Magical Hats. Show the cards. The way it works online, honestly, is that like you should just roll the dice. 1, 2 for they roll the dice. They end up hitting the Coffin. So the Coffin gets
sad.
But here I didn't. At this point, this is like the first duel we ever played with this. We didn't know. We had looked this up afterwards because I was reading into it. So yeah, he decides to kill his own Diva. Oh, he's like he already attacked with Gilman. So yeah, he decides to use the effect to kill his own monster. So he kills a Diva. And then Gear Town gets destroyed after because Magical Hats. That's how it works. You send the cards get destroyed. So Gear Town gets destroyed and I get myself the Gadgetron. It's actually kind of sad. I kind of want a Peacekeeper to get destroyed there, but it's all good because we have the ability to do some cool stuff. We first attack because we want to just get that free attack in before we get Torrential or something. Now we just go Mausoleum, pay 1,000, normal summon this KURAZ. We can now pop my own back row, which is the Dark Coffin, and my set Machina Peacekeeper to draw 2 cards. So I'm first going to draw 2. And since he has no monster, he has to discard. Is a requirement.
Damn, so what is that? That's just a straight +2, right? Because now you're gonna get to search the gear frame. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're up so much card advantage at this point. It's actually honestly insane. And yeah, I can just swing. I don't want to summon into like a Torrential, so I just swing. There's no reason for me to play into Torrential. We have Gores as a follow-up. We have so many different things as follow-ups. I'm not like super desperate. Now I just decided to summon Machina Gear Frame. If you have Torrential now, we can always summon the Fortress afterwards. And now I can also protect my Gadgetron. They go Diva. They got a second Gilman. They go Catastrophe. They can't even attack my Gadgetron because I have this Gear Frame protecting it. But they can attack my KURAZ. But I do have the Grand Mole. I first go Fortress. I pay 1,000 to go KURAZ, targeting his monster, his Catastrophe, and my Legacy. So now I can just attack with Gadgetron for game.
Glorious, glorious.
KURAZ, man. KURAZ put in so much work there, dude.
Yeah, KURAZ is so underrated. It just sucks that he has a stipulation that he can't attack. I feel like that's the main thing that's like holding him back in my head, actually.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate. But I go Breaker here. I go Breaker because I can go Terraforming. And I shouldn't have gotten Mausoleum. I don't know why I got Mausoleum here. Oh, because I thought I could follow up next turn and summon Gadgetron. It's not the worst play. But like, if I just got Gear Town, it would have made him play like a little bit differently. Especially because I showed. But yeah, anyway, so I just swing in, set the Dark Coffin to insulate this in case he does heavy me. He does heavy me, but I have the Dark Coffin, so we're like, hell yeah, baby.
I mean, it's arguably better if he knew that was Gear Town. Maybe he doesn't heavy, so now the Coffin, maybe you bricked him, but of course he still has Diva.
Diva Gilman into Catastor. Catastor is such a annoying card, but we got the peskiest of boys, and Pesky Boy beats Catastor. Let's go. So we're back because of that. That's huge. They have the alias though. That's a little unfortunate. I won't lie. I summon the Grand Mole, bounce his alias, keep him kind of on an awkward like. Once it's only one summon per turn. He goes Ocean, and I decided to just trap some now to get my Gores out. It's not great, but like he's so low that I could probably just win. I don't want to bounce this guy because I'm afraid I feel like Gores is coming. So I attack with the token first because I feel like Gores is coming. So I made the correct decision. And I bounce, I think about which one I want to bounce, and I decide I'm going to bounce the Gores because he's so low that he can't drop Gores again. And now I can set the Malevolent Catastrophe. Not a great top deck, honestly, but, you know, and they have Miracle. No! Miracle gets to clear my entire monsters real quick, and now he's just going to swing for 15 and 19. Oh, he doesn't even attack
with setting back
row.
row.
Does he not? Oh, I forget I forgot to take the damage. I don't think that ends up mattering. Yeah.
But this is pretty good. You got the terraforming, you got the malevolent, and he's got back row.
You're seeing it, baby. Now he goes alias on attack deck. As long as he doesn't have honest, I think we're Gucci. Because I know one card in his hand is Gores. And yep, no honest in hand. He has a Gores and a bottomless trap hole that he can't use. The other card was a bottomless that would have stopped my Gadgetron from being summoned. So the Malevolent Catastrophe Wombo combo came in clutch there, got us the Gadgetron into game. That was freaking sick. I loved it. So yeah, just very important ruling. If Dark Coffin gets attacked under Magical Hats, it gets flipped face up and therefore does not get its effect. We didn't know that, but we are here to teach. We are a teaching channel, like a teaching hospital. Okay.
When you cook with the randomness of jank cards where there's no rulings for them online, it's gonna happen sometimes. I mean, maybe that ruling does exist online, but like you know
the
how
ruling
it
doesn't
is.
exist on like Edison. I had to go like on Pojo forums to find it.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Okay, here we go. We got another one. We got Tomzo here. We got Machina Gear Frame coming out. We finally got to see Gear Frame in the opener. And we have a Terraforming X Malevolent Catastrophe Wombo combo. Just in case. I don't want to immediately have to activate, but he sets so much back row. I'm like, this is golden. I decided I'm going to summon Breaker here. Ends up being the wrong decision. He gets rid of. It's a little unlucky. It's a little unlucky for sure. But we still have the Gear Town plus Malevolent Catastrophe Wombo combo in case he does commit. So I don't want to use it yet. I really want to get value out of it, and it's just a Bora. So I'm like, I'm committed to this, and I just pass. And it's like, look at that. Let's go.
They never expect it.
They never do, bro. Even with because he had Trap Dusty, so he was like, I know his whole hand. Okay, so here I get Fortress, and I'm just like, I'm committing to Fortress in case he has Kaloop. And he's thinking, so that tells me he probably has Kaloop. Yeah, so he wants to get rid of the Fortress immediately. I take 600, but I get rid of his Bora. I attack with Gear Frame, attack with Gadgetron, hopefully no Gores. And then I can attach the Gear Frame, so that feels pretty good. If this lives, I can actually summon out Gear Frame again, and then use KURAZ. I can like pop stuff, like tribute summon KURAZ. But here, he just summons out what I assume to be a like Brio, which is good for me because if Brio bounces the Gadgetron, I can pitch it for a Fortress. So that doesn't feel too bad.
Kind of plays around like equipping is one of those weird things to know when or not to do, but against their deck, like you need to kind of do it because of Kaloot, and then Brionic still plays into this just all the same, so it's kind of the right decision there.
Yeah, I think we played that pretty elegantly by just waiting with the Malevolent Catastrophe. We do have Consecrated Light for this matchup, but I realized Consecrated Light's like kind of like a double-edged sword. It's obviously amazing in this matchup, but then like they also put cyber dragons in, so it just becomes like this like, oh, like damned if you do, damned if you don't type thing. So here I just set everything in case he has Icarus. If he has Icarus, this would just get me straight pluses. That's like the logic. And I think it's not. It's torrential. Okay, I was like, he was playing it like it was Icarus when he flipped the value. But here I just go for a Gadgeton play, and he doesn't do anything about it. So I activate Zombie World because I'm like, if it's Icarus, he has to use it now. And, like if it's not Icarus, like so he's not using it. So I just swing, and I get a little greedy here. Like I just assumed that like he didn't like stop the summon of my Gadgetron, but he really held on to this torrential like for a long time, and that super punished me.
Oof.
It's also awkward because I have this terraforming and this zombie world just like sticking here. I don't know. It's just like it's not a good feeling. It's like I'm going super neg here. Anyway, so they go Blizzy into Vayu, which is like televising a curse attack maybe, but I hope he knows the zombie world. When zombie world's on, man, you can't really do nothing about that. He goes Whirlwind. He tries to tribute, but I'm like, that's how zombie. I don't know. I clicked it so many times. I don't know why. Okay, so basically, we can't tribute. You can't tribute summon anything except zombie monsters. And so he goes Shura's effect, which is honestly probably a better play. I'm
Anyways, yeah.
I try to go Mirror Force. He has 7 tools. I do get Peacekeeper effect, but he gets his own effect. So this is not feeling too good for us. And now he's just able to swing for a ton of damage. I'm like pretty low. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Not feeling too hot. Get the Armor Master in defense. I don't even know what that means. We got the Fortress, so we could potentially get this Fortress out. He has Oppression, and I'm like, dude, this is feeling like curtains. The Kaloop, all this back row's barely real, and I lose to any of these attacks anyway. So it's curtains. That was my fault for summoning that Consecrated Light. I think if I just kept the Gadgetron, it would have been like there for a long time. But here we gotta go first. Get the Fortress start. And just set the Legacy. Legacy's so good too.
Okay, does he got the Kaloot? They always do. Yes.
The Kaloot. When the world needed it most, it always comes. Kira could have just activated Legacy on attack to maybe drop a course, but it's not really worth it. And they go to Catasper.
Yeah. If you draw KURAZ, you're gonna be glad you didn't.
I decided Legacy in end phase in case I draw something useful. And it helps. I get to draw the Cyber, the Sidra. They go Oppression, so that's a little rough. I go Gear Town, Brain Control, Tribute for Gadgetron, and just swing for 3k. I have the Trap Sun, so I should be able to just like, with this hand, probably just win next turn. Yep. I decided just Trap Sun preemptively. Special Summons Fortress. And I can MST my own Gear Town in case they have like a Book of Moon or something. It's a super guaranteed game. And their back row both traps, Deep Prison and Torrential. So pretty nice. Pretty nice, I won't lie.
Glorious.
Yeah, this deck just OTKs out of nowhere. We're not okay, that's another thing. We're also missing limiter removal. So like yeah, in an optimized version, we definitely would be on limiter removal. That card is just so broken. But like it's doing its job though. It's doing its job.
Yeah, we had to make space for magical hats.
Yeah, dude, we had for 2 magical hats.
So yeah, I think this is
Declan. Go ahead, Declan. Let us know your thoughts. We're doing this together though. I think I forgot.
Yeah, we were dueling. I was piloting, but we were just having too much fun. We are going second against Machina here, and we've got all the combo. We've got Machina, Peacekeeper, Malevolent, Dark Coffin. And he randomly sets before battle phase, so we're gonna go Chainlink 1.
I think it thinks it's Morphing Jar, that's why.
True, yeah, we're gonna go Chainlink 1 Malevolent. He chains Compulse, but then on Chainlink 3, we're gonna go Magical Hats. So this time we had guaranteed. So now Malevolent Catastrophe resolves. Dark Coffin, he chooses to pop his own monster, and then end battle phase. It destroys all of our cards. So we're gonna get a hand rip plus the Gear Town.
And we got rid of the Raikou too because he sent a monster. So he chose to, and it's insane. Like that was all. That all just happened.
It all happened at once. And he said, yeah, he tries to select the second effect. You can't. That's one of the rulings that does exist for this card. And now start a battle phase. He's gonna compulse us back. That's fine. We
The
can.
reason
I'm
the
scared.
reason I don't breaker is that I was telling Declan that I'm so afraid of making our Machina Peacekeeper mistiming with Torrential. So I had a soul read that card's Torrential. But like I just don't think we need to commit. I don't even know why I thought it was Torrential. I just felt it in my soul.
Yeah,
So
but
anyways,
he's gonna commit here, and we're gonna get our effect. So
now we're feeling good.
patience is a virtue.
Here we go,
Dude,
Legacy
this
on the
is
attack.
so funny.
We were laughing, bro. Like we were actually dying. If we still have the audio track, because I think we were like trying to live record it, something messed up. But if we have the audio track, you should like add that live, like our actual live reaction to that. Was so funny.
Yeah, like I messed up the life so bad because I was just like dying laughing when we actually did that. Okay, so now we finally go for Breaker because we gotta just have to play and do it potentially here. But of course, Marcus's soul read comes to fruition, so maybe we shouldn't have. But I think we were okay with doing it because we at least get to like deal with the fortress and have gear frame follow up here. So we're not feeling the worst.
Yeah, we once we get Fortress in rotation, we're gonna feel really nice, and we have the Mausoleum to normal summon this Gadgetron if we have to. So we just go Gear Frame plus Fortress. We're gonna pitch summon Fortress because if this his flips targets our Gear Frame, that hurts a little bit. He's on some like interesting version of his own Machina Gear Town because once he milled these Galatrons, I was like, what? Like this whole time I thought it was just Machina HRC Machina March, as you will hear me call it. But now like Torrential's gone, so I can pop this back row. It just ends up being called the Haunted. Good for us. We attack for a ton of damage, and we have them forced as a follow-up, so we're feeling great. And now we just swing. Hopefully it's not Mirror Force. Or is Mirror Force gone? Mirror Force is gone, so we're super fine. It is E-Prison, so that hurts a little bit, because now our force is pretty useless.
Yeah, that's kind of important. But he now sets over our field spell, which kills it. So then we go Legacy, trying to draw a monster. We don't get it. But we have Mirror Force and Brain Control, so it's kind of like too big to fail. Here he activates Gear Town over his Gear Town, so we explain to him that you have to set over the other Gear Town or your Gear Town's going to miss timing. But we're in a position where it doesn't even matter. We have Brain Control, so we're not going to shark. We're just going to let him teach him and then get the win.
We're
with
teaching
Brain.
hospital here. I love the Mausoleum KURAZ combo. It always feels good. But he has like Lila. I was like, what? I just never non-stop confused. This deck is like so fascinating to me. But he compulses Lila. I'm like, oh, okay.
That feels so fine because like compulse, you're obviously not going to compulse our gear frame. So it's like, okay, take your -1. We'll hit for 18. But now he's gonna come back at us with a Gear Town play. But he did have to use 2 cards for it, so we're still kind of even advantage-wise.
And he didn't normal summon the Lila again though. Like,
yeah, that was weird.
Ended up working out though, because like, oh he has to Solemn, but I'm like, this is a little awkward. So I just go for Breaker Pop, special summon Sidra, Machina Fortress. We crash with the Machina Fortress to pop the Gadgetron. We know he has Lila in hand, so like this is probably going to destroy it. We differential immediately. We have the Mausoleum, but damn it, they always have it.
Yeah, but this is still potentially fine because we draw the Dark Coffin.
Let's go! I forgot about this. This is so good. Deep Bottomless, but it's cool because I hit both of those cards. He's forced to send a card from his. He's forced to send it to the grave. And I have Gores now, so we're fine as long as we have only 2,000 life though, so it's like really bad. But yeah, so as long as he doesn't summon anything with big enough life, we can't even set the Malcat. He gets Pot Iris. I'm like, oh no, this is going bad. This is going terribly. I'm so scared.
Dude, what's he gonna draw? No Fortress.
Any monster. No, he has his own thing.
Okay, and this was the biggest misplay of the game, dude. Like, I just went straight to end phase. I forgot that the Fortress was there, so we have game here.
We MST the back row and just summon Fortress for a game.
We just have it, and like we just don't go for it.
This is so bad.
Yeah,
he goes
no,
Lila. He goes Lila pop. We can chain MST to make Gearton miss timing. But I'm like, wait, we could have won. I think here I'm like, dude. This whole time. I like
Yeah,
everybody
I
like
set the back row. I'm like getting ready
screaming
to
at
pass,
you.
and then we're like, oh shoot, yeah, let's like summon this. But
Oh,
then
this is so
he
bad.
draws that and draws break control. It's like, fuck.
It was winnable. It's okay. We get to see more shenanigans. More shenanigans is fun. And this time we had ancient gear bees because they're on Lila's and stuff. So it's like in Raico's, I mean. So we get the gear frame, and our hand is pretty insane. We can probably like OTK him back, but he's just going all in here, summoning all their stuff. We're just taking some damage. It's unfortunate. That doesn't feel great, but we do have the Gear Town.
So yeah, Sneaky Rat kind of misplays here. Like he doesn't understand. He's made it clear throughout this whole duel that he doesn't understand the Gear Town rulings. Like there's no reason to set your own Gear Town and just allow your opponent to, you know, basically make your Gear Town miss timing because they're also on field spells. So we kind of punish him here. We try to teach him that we can make his field spells miss timing so he doesn't do it in the future. But then here we go Fortress, or we go remove
Fortress
the
and
gear frame first
crash.
and then crash. Yeah.
So we hit his back row. It's a Solemn, so that's actually really big. And then we can just set the Peacekeepers. So we're actually feeling pretty good. Yeah, it just goes. He goes Machina Fortress, and I'm like, okay, that's fine because now we can get our gear frame. And now we just get to play our game. Got the Fortress. We got the fort, and we can equip it. It attacks, gets rid of that. He's forced to target. He's forced to target Fortress, so then we can see his hand.
Yep. So you can show. I think. Oh, this is actually important. We were debating. Someone in the comments let us know what you think. I was saying we should take Sidra. Marcus was saying we should take Gadgetron. It was kind of like there are compelling arguments to both sides. I feel like. I'm interested to see what people think.
Because Gadgetron gets them the Fortress, and I just didn't want to deal with another Fortress, and Sidra just is like not like an immediate threat. That like I don't know. It was like it would be annoying later. I guess that was like the thought process. It's probably better just to get rid of the Sidra, but
here he just gets lucky. I remember that there's nothing we could do about that. Him just top decking the Avarice that we just made live. Like god damn it.
So here's just like awkward because I know he still has Sidra in hand, so I'm like, well, now I can't really commit too much. But I just summon out the Fortress, try to swing in for some damage. We still have to call the Haunted, so I'm feeling like as long as we put him on a clock, we'll be fine. So they go Sidra. That gets rid of the Sidra.
Yeah, I think we just decided we have to like force out the Sidra so that we can then kill it because like we don't have any ways. We need to pressure him basically, so we just do that.
Yeah, and the compulse,
he
compulses into trap touch shoot. I'm like, God, what? He's getting like all the right like top decks, dude. I'm like this at this point. I'm like screaming at deck. I was like, we could have won already.
Yeah,
it was over.
But we're still chilling.
Yeah,
we
got fine. We got hella good top decks, and I'm like, heck no, sir. So I decide I'm gonna trap stun that because that keeps his Gores dead. If he has a Gores, his Gores is not going anywhere. And now I can MST any like type of any follow up back row, which ends up being good because I have this breaker for game.
I think it's just 100 short.
It's like 100 short
game. Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. Thank God. But yeah, that was just some. I think this duel was still worth showcasing because we got that insane KURAZ play with like. The
game one
Coffin. Because it's cool that you can show that you can just set it like without you don't have to activate the trap, so you can set it the moment you draw it. So I think that's really spicy, and getting that immediate value is like super cool. Okay, next up we got another duel. Declan and I were playing against this guy. I think he was on like some type of Blackwing variant, but we just set the Dark Coffin and pass, and because our hand's kind of a little messy. It's good, like it'll be good later because we have the Brain plus KURAZ. So it's like good to set the Dark Coffin. Hit the MS team, we're dying, dude. It's like let's go.
It's like effect immediately start rolling the dice.
You hit the Dust Tornado. Dust Tornado is actually a great hit because Dust Tornado can actually make your time miss timing if you choose to set a spell or trap from your hand. So it's like actually absolutely insane hit for us. So now I'm just like, and they have anti-spell breakers. I'm like, oh no, we have to set the brain control. We don't set it because we have the Gores. But like that puts us a little bit behind.
Yep. So here I decided to drop it on the first one. We decided we should just bait out the Kalut if he has it. because we want to be able to like get in.
Yeah, yeah. And we have the magical hats as like a follow up, which is really fun. We had to look up a whole ruling with tokens, magical hats. Essentially, you could still activate magical hats with a token. It's just that you can't set it, so it's just they know which one is the token.
It's like I think it might be the weirdest ruling I've ever experienced while we were dueling this live. It was so crazy. But so here we're thinking we're gonna go special the fortress, just run over this. Yeah, we decided not to make like a big committal play. Oh yeah, we can't even brain control. That's kind of why.
why.
Yeah.
And we set the brain, we set the magical hats. He can't heavy us because he has his own anti-spell. So we go for the magical hats play, which is Gear Town and Dark Coffin. He's like, "What are you cooking?" So we look at the ruling, and yeah. So basically, he can choose. So he just decides to attack the token. That's a misplay because now you know, attack the Dark Coffin, y'all.
Well, but it puts him in such a weird position because it's like even if he knew that, it's like you're gonna take a 50-50. Are you gonna take a 50-50? You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And then you still keep the token. It is an awkward position. So now Dark Coffin and Gear Town get their effects. So Dark Coffin, he has to choose to discard or get rid of a card. He chose to discard. I got rid of Deck Dev. That's huge. We get Gadgetron. He's like, you made this deck? He's all happy. He just loved to cook.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That's all we'll be on YouTube next week.
Yeah.
We have the brain control for game here now, so we're feeling great. So that was some fun shenanigans there. It's just such a fun deck. That was the thing I was noticing the most, Declan. I was like having a blast just playing it.
Yeah, because when you do the Dark Coffin shenanigans and Magical Hat shenanigans, it's just like your opponent has never seen it, so you just get that gleeful like what is happening to me like feeling when people like just absolutely chef it up. Oh, this is so good.
So we ran over the Greffer because he had no back row at that point. Then we breaker pop our own Dark Coffin that we just set, so we can guarantee get a value out of it. We immediately hit the vortex. Not like the greatest hit, but dude, that feels pretty nice. And he's like, bro,
no, and then we can set our Mirror Force without fear of him like brain popping it, you know.
And now we attack. And I think we decided we're gonna set the MST because we want the ability to KURAZ to pop like something else that is in our Mirror Force in case this breaker's probably gonna stick here. Yeah, so this is like, oh my god, this is like so much maximum value. So we tribute the KURAZ, targeting the MST and the Gear Town. And then we chain the MST to the back row. So then we draw 1-2. Oh yeah, armor stays. And then we get ourselves the Gadgetron. And then we drew into Terraform plus Gear Town. So we can do it again. And we get the Zombie Road to keep us protected from Cyber Dragon. As well as
Tribute Cyber Dragon, Tribute Fodder, Icarus attack with a face-up Blackwing.
Yeah. So we attack, and we can't attack with KURAZ. There's just a lot of lag happening. That's DB for us. Oh, did we tell him? Yeah, we can't. Yeah, KURAZ can't attack. It's good. We just don't set the torrential. We don't need to. But this hand is like absolutely nuts. And we just start swinging because we have like pretty much like the ability to get game without having to commit to like a torrential and I don't even have to attack with we don't have to attack with KURAZ either if that is Mirror Force. We're just gonna keep swinging with Gadgetron. But they have torrential, so I'm glad we played super around torrential. They have their own little guy, and they put him in defense, which is like interesting. Oh, he knows we have Mirror Force, but he doesn't have to put him in defense. Like,
that was questionable for sure.
I was like, that just gives us a comeback now. Like. It's like now like it's one less thing to worry about. We can just torrential the next one, which I think we do. We don't torrential because we have the ability to just like summon this gear frame, this fortress, and just swing for two little crash shenanigans. He has Icarus attack, but he can't actually do that under Zombie World, which is insane for us. And now we can just pop that back row, attack for 18. We still have Mirror Force, we still have torrential, we still have Zombie World, so Cyber Dragon can't bully us. And now he has a Sirocco. He knows we have Mirror Force. We just called onto the KURAZ to do some funny shenanigans. We can pop our own stuff.
He's just styling at that point.
He was loving it though. He was just like eating it up. He's like, "This is so cool, dude."
I just noticed love from Portugal. I didn't even see that before.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah,
Carollo, you're dope, dude. You're cool. You're cool. Okay.
Much love. Thank you.
This last duel was against someone who at this point was like top 10 in this entire dueling book. Yeah. So let's see how this deck fares against someone that's extremely competent at this game. So he upstarts. And I see frogs, and I'm like, oh god, this is a high ranked frog players are so scary to me, dude. And especially when they water art you. So he's
dude,
kind of the hand is really insulated from water art though.
James Ark's like Dream Frogs from this could even be him.
There's all these, watchers. Like that's the other thing too. There's like hella watchers, so that kind of gives me like an eyebrow.
He's known for his Smurfs, you know, just getting Smurfs up to like 1500.
James, this is you. Let us know. But anyway, we're playing this insane. He knows we have Malevolent Catastrophe. He knows we have Dark Coffin. Kind of can't deal with it, but he can. The downside about Dark Coffin into frogs, though, is that you can always just target the Treeborn Frog. Like, so it actually is not the greatest, unfortunately. So they'll swap. His hand must be a little bit rickety if he has to make this play. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. It's a good play. It's just to make sure we don't target anything off the Machina Fortress. And then they go Avarice. So he's playing super around our stuff.
Yeah, it makes it so when he attacks, if you Malevolent, he can just pop the Treeborn because he has the extra monster, but he's not even going to attack.
Yeah, I just popped the Treeborn so he doesn't have the extra monster. He Giga Breaks targeting my new set, so now he has the extra monster, and now he can just freely. I'm surprised he didn't just attack. This would have been the same outcome. So yeah, we're pretty down horrendously, but we have the magical hats. So it's like, as long as he doesn't out this Sidra, bro. So he attacks, I go magical hats.
Okay.
Yeah. Uni attack monster 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he goes 1, which is the Gear Town. Huge. And he's trying to just get the Sidra up, but I'm over here like I almost want the Sidra to live. Or no, I don't want the Sidra to live because then you can just
contact. Wait, actually that's crazy. Wait, he should have not attacked.
Yeah.
If he maybe he hasn't run this.
Maybe he doesn't, because it's one of those things where it's like, if he just didn't attack, he could have just contacted for 6,000.
Wait, that's actually insane.
So anyway, we're in this awkward spot, but somehow we're in this, dude. Even though we got water arted twice, like we're somehow in this, bro. Like, and he's at 100 life. So like I'm flabbergasted by like the fact that this deck is decking. The magical hats actually got us back. It's like,
he couldn't even bring back the Treeborn because he needed the extra water for the salvage.
Yeah, dude, he was bricking pretty terribly. And I think it's like because I think Water Art is just one of those cards that like I understand its potential and how strong it is, but being forced to tribute that dupe, doesn't that put you down in tempo like a ton? I don't know, maybe I'm tripping about it, but like sometimes I feel like the Water Art is like the end all be all for a lot of people. So and he enters battle phase, he just kind of forces, he's forced to set that uni, which is like super unfortunate. We have the Torrential, we have the Legacy. He's gonna bring Treeborn back. As long as we see a monster, we're like super fine. Just kidding. If he goes swap though, I think I'm going to Torrential because we can't deal with the dupe block. So that's what I do. Because I know if I have a Legacy, so I have 2 cards that any monster are good. That's not a monster. That's a monster. So we get it.
Very nice.
Yeah, dude, low key, the freaking magical hats got us back in that duel. It was crazy. He was never expecting that in a million years.
Oh my god, the Venom Swamp. This card is insane, guys. Is this a Pana invention? Do you know?
This is a Pana like it's not like, I don't know if he necessarily invented it, but he's the one that definitely popularized it for sure.
Because this one is like, this is a staple in my head in like all decks that play Gear Town now and Terraformings, because it's so effective at outing the dupe block. The fact that it just does it, but on the turn you activate it.
The downside is like you still get the dupe searches, but like this is an annoying field for most people to deal with.
It doesn't matter yet. The fact it's a searchable 1 card out. It's like, it's too important, I think, especially for machines that just like can't deal with the dupe block, period. And people are running Vortex and like minusing in order to do it, you know?
And it's good because he can't constantly dupe me until he outs the Venom Swamp specifically too. So that's also pretty nice. So he outs the Venom Swamp. What we have is, if we draw a machine, we have the Dyna plus Fossil, so Dyna plus Fortress combo, which is really good. Just deals with like everything. We have the MST to save us from any like potential Regeki breaks. He has a swap, so I'm like, okay, this is feeling kind of good if he has to summon swap. Especially if the summon flip flop, because so I don't summon out Dinah again because I don't have to. I'll save it for after he like flip flops me, right? And I decided to summon Breaker here just because like I'd rather have like his board presence already here, kind of threaten his back row.
It's probably better to attack. I'm thinking with Fortress there, because then if they bounce the Fossil Dinah, like you just like put it back on the field, so they kind of have to bounce the Fortress. So it would just be 1200 more damage. It's kind of a small thing.
But here, I'm glad I did that Breaker play because now I can potentially just try to swing for a ton of damage here. Because now I think I have game on board here.
Oh my god.
So I'm just going for it. Yeah.
Wait, oh my god, that's game?
Yeah, that was
wow.
16 plus 19 plus 25 plus 3k. So we 2-0'd. Like the number one player on the ladder.
Dude, the double Cyber Dragon in hand is so crazy.
That's actually like insane. Like,
yeah, no, you actually needed to have the Breaker out to be able to do this. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I made ultimately the correct like line of decision. Like that was my logic. I was just like, even if he does out my Dinah, I'd rather have this Breaker ability to like do something. Like, cause in my head, if he was gonna out it, he was gonna out it with probably always Breaker, but like say he summoned, I don't know, a Stratos, I don't know what he's on exactly, right? And then attacked my Dinah, then he sets a back row, like to try to bait my Breaker. I could still just MST that back row, and then Breaker can do its own thing later. Like,
wait a minute. Also, now that I'm doing the math, if he was 1200 lower, he'd be at 55, and it would have been the same outcome. So it's kind of the same.
I definitely missequenced the attack there, but I don't know. I thought he was gonna bounce Dinah. I thought he was just so afraid. I just thought he was like he needed to deal with it, but. Yeah, man, that's it. So overall, Machina Gear Town is a good deck. Everyone knows that. KURAZ is a card that has not really seen much play outside of Gear Town strategies, and I think the last time KURAZ has shown up on a topping list was like Mausoleum Frogs, right? Otherwise, KURAZ doesn't see enough love. I do think KURAZ is really dope in this deck. I do think Magical Hats, we should be running it as a one of. If they see it, just side it out. Like, it's not that deep, y'all. like you know what I mean? Like, am I going crazy? Why is Magical Hats not being used? I understand why it's not being used. I'm sorry, I do understand. The reason why it's not being used is because using all your Gear Town resources in one fell swoop is bad. But it is good if you have other things you can target, like a Dark Coffin, right? If you can find space for like a tech, like a one of Dark Coffin or something to make the Magical Hats feel better. Like, I think Magical Hats is low key the actual MVP of this entire thought process after all this. But I also really like Dark Coffin. I also like Legacy. I also just like KURAZ. So like this whole thing felt really cool. All these techs, Malevolent Catastrophe, Magical Hats, Dark Coffin, and KURAZ all felt really, really fun and awesome. And I'm glad that we made this deck because it was so dope to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep cooking with it and experimenting. It's so cool. So once again, shout out to Harrison, RBT World Champ, for giving us the idea. He gave us kind of the leash, and we just kind of ran away with it and made KFC the latest iteration of KFC. Instead of KURAZ Field Control, or what was yours again? KURAZ Continuous Traps, like KURAZ something Continuous Traps you did on the channel recently.
KURAZ Continuous Traps.
Yeah, now we have KURAZ Field Coffin.
Yeah, we got the KURAZ Field Coffin for y'all. All right, that's it. Team Starlight signing off. Peace.